I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Voice of America management, without which it would not have been possible for me to interact with the overwhelming audience that I have interacted with. For the management of the Africa division at the Voice of America, I would like to use my key salutation, and that is that I'm profoundly honored and exceedingly humbled for the support and the contribution that they made on my successful tenure. Some of those, of course, have been my very immediate supervisor, Sonia Lawrence Green, and the division director, Negusi Mengesha, and his deputy, Scott Stans. For those, I say again that I'm profoundly honored and exceedingly humbled for the support, comfort, and help that they were able to lend me during my tenure at the Voice of America. And for that, let me add that I don't think that this segment of Shaka Extra Time, and indeed Straight Talk Africa to boot, I don't think that credits would be complete if they were limited sincerely, only or merely to the audience. I think that we also have to acknowledge the fact that most of the important work that originated from Washington was not simply about Ndugu Shaka, the Kabale Kid. The Kabale Kid had an incredible team, a team of reporters, a team of producers, a team of technicians, a team of different experts in different aspects of the issues that we have been discussing. And for that, I would like to first of all thank the one and only Ndugu Paul Ndiho, with whom each week we have come to you, especially through Shaka Etc. Time. I would also like to thank my longtime friend, producer, and someone that we mutually regard one another as brothers from another mother. And that is Ndugu Paul Cisco. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the current Straight Talk Africa and Shaka Extra Time producer, Zoe Laudaki, the lady that I affectionately regard as the goddess of life itself. And she responds by saying, the seeker of the truth. I would like to thank her for having helped Straight Talk Africa and put it at another level, helped to connect Straight Talk Africa perhaps more effectively with the audience via the social media platforms. I would also like to thank my original producer, Mary Arrowberger, with whom we worked so hard at a time we hardly had any staff really. We even had some kind of substandard radio television studio 18 for many, many years. And for that, I thank her so much. And I'd also like to thank, of course, my first and original executive producer, Diana Batts. Diana Batts produced the program for the first 10 years. And I must say she was incredible. I would also like to thank Diadra Mule, who basically acted as, I believe, the second Straight Talk Africa producer following Mary Arrowbagger. And thereafter, I would like also to thank Roblin Himes, who stepped in and at that time also held the fort together. I would also like to thank the second executive producer that I worked under, Keith Wallace. I'd also like to thank Gwen Orton for her role as a substitute producer. And of course, for Matoka Norris for her great support and her great contribution in various aspects of the program. And for those who may have been very loyal supporters and fans of Straight Talk Africa, you probably would have seen several other journalists sometimes sitting in for me when I was away on assignment. And that is, for example, Mwamoyo Hamza, who happens to be the chief of VOA's Swahili service. He held the fort initially whenever I was out on assignment or I was out on leave, or for one reason or the other, I couldn't be in a position to host the show. And for that, I thank him from the deepest, better part of the bottom of my cavalry heart and soul. I would also like to thank Peter Kilote. Peter Kilote, the guy that really held the fort as a substitute host for most of the time that I have had the opportunity to host the show. Peter Kilote, I would like to thank you from the deepest, better part of my cavalry heart and soul. I don't think that the list would be complete without mentioning Vincent Macaulay. I would like to thank you so much for stepping in whenever I was on special assignments or wherever I was on leave. Thank you so, so much. I would also like to thank Estagizui Yuwat for having been very, very industrious, smart, and for having been very, very supportive. In fact, I was looking at some of the clips that were included in a program that is supposed to be a reflection of my journey. I couldn't have been more impressed. And for that, my sister, Estagizui Yuwat, I thank you too, from the deepest, better part of the bottom of my cavalry heart and soul. Last but not least, I would like to thank my English to Africa colleagues who have supported me and helped me over the years to be one of the best that I could be. And for that, I shall always owe them a huge, profound debt of gratitude for having helped provide me a friendly environment through which I was able to operate effectively as a journalist over the years.